Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming to join me today. Just before I get started, I just wanted to put a caveat on this video that I'm using an iPad, which I've not used before. And so it's completely different setup for me. So let's see how it goes. Okay. I've been watching and crafting along with Rachel, Roxy's Creations, doing her Roxy's Weekly Challenge. Gosh, that's a mouthful on a Friday. And I thought I would give her last one a go on video and let's see how it goes. So for this one, I want to say it's week 39, but don't hold me to that. What Rachel did was she had a sheet of A4 that she'd printed on, and she'd glued it together half and half like so, sorry, just get used to this new angle. Glued it and then folded it in half again. And I quite liked the idea because I thought, well, you can either put that in a pocket or you could clip it to a page, or you could have it separately and do it as happy mail. So I thought I'm going to make a few and just put them in my to be used later drawer. I did one off camera just to see how it turned out as a project, and mine turned out differently to Rachel's, don't they always? Because the picture or the page that I chose to do first, sorry I keep going too high, I will get used to this, the one I chose had two ladies on, so this is from her Italian papers, and I glued it back to back so that that's half a piece of A4, and then I realised if I folded it in half, this lovely lady here would have the crease straight down it, and I didn't want that. So I put my crease along that lady there so that she is on the front. And then I put the piece of paper in, the same as Rachel, but I glued it kind of down under here. So I attached it to this, and then I made a little pocket. I'm too high, aren't I? Sorry, folks. I made a little pocket just there. So mine turned out quite differently to Rachel's, but I like the way it turned out. I'm very pleased with it. And I thought I would just finish this one off and then make a couple more with you. So I put a little belly band in the back of this one, and my thoughts for the belly band were somewhere in this pile. Oh gosh, can't even pick them up. I had a rummage through my scraps, and I found this piece of ledger paper, just an old scrap cut off that I'd got. And I thought, well, that would fit under that belly band so that there'd be a little writing space. So I'm going to add these extra papers to it and see how that goes. So the way I want to do this is long enough. If I slide it down here, that will sit. There we go. That will sit on this belly band. This will go over it and that'll go behind it. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm going to add some extra paper to it. And these were actually the same width, which I thought was quite useful. So I'm going to stick that over there. If I had some glue, I would be sticking it there. Hopefully you can still see. I am going to have to get used to this camera angle, or find something other than my phone, because my phone is just, it just won't work for me anymore. It keeps videoing the wrong direction and all sorts. It's driving me potty. Okay, so that will then flip open, and I'll just have a couple of pieces of paper, but I think I'd like to add another piece. So I'm just going to lay that on, and then I'm just going to fold that over. And the other thing I don't know about using this iPad is I don't know how long it'll record for. So this is a bit trial and error, this video, isn't it? Nothing new there though. There we go. So I hope you're all okay. I'm just having a crafting session, Craft with Carol, just for me really, but I thought I'd put the camera on so that you can join me. I hope you do. So that's on there. So then I've got 3 pieces of paper here. 1, 2, 3. So that's a nice little writing area. But I think I want to put something on there. I'm just looking in my scrap box that I've got a little way out. That would quite go. That blends in. Do you know what? I'm going to go bright and sparky. I am just going to put that, I'm going to glue that on there. It's a little bit too long. Oh dear. So I am going to just trim this down a little bit so that it'll fit on the front there a little bit better. Do you know what I could do? I could glue it on there and fold it over the back, couldn't I? Why don't I do that? That might be easier. That might well be easier. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to put glue on. So I've just finished, I haven't done the flip through yet, but I have just finished the Shadows of the Night journal, which it was a completely different theme for me. It's not a theme I would usually pick. Brigida asked me if I'd like to have a go at using her kit, and I like to kind of push myself and use kits or use images that perhaps I wouldn't use. It kind of pushes me outside my comfort zone, which I think is good once in a while, to just push yourself to do something different. Do you know, I had everything out in front of me that I needed and it's all gone. I have been trying to sort myself out, but it doesn't always work, does it? So yeah, so I've really enjoyed using the kit from Brigida, the Shadows of the Night, but it was certainly different for me. I think it's one of those themes that you either like or don't like, but I won't say I don't like it, because I loved the images. I absolutely loved the images on it, but I'm not very good with spooky things. Not at all. So it really did push me to use it. I'm just going to trim a little bit more off there because that's wonky. A little bit wonky. There we go. I'm going to keep checking to see if I'm in focus. So if I keep hesitating, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, finished Brigida's, or the journal using Brigida's Shadows of the Night. And I'm just having a play before I crack on with my next project. The next one, Amy from Crafty Cat USA and I, excuse me a minute, are going to collaborate and work on her autumn themed journal. It's called Autumn 1910, and that's what we're going to work on next together. So, oh, I like that. So there we've got a little booklet with some writing paper in. We can write on this, we can write on that, or we can add things to it. You know, we could put a pocket there, and I made a little pocket just there and put a teeny tiny little tag in there. So I'm happy with that. I really like that. So that's one. So that could go in my box of done things, can't it? So this was the next one. And again, if I fold it in half and then half again, that lady's going to disappear. So I think I am going to fold it so that she's on the front. Oops, got all sorts going on. I don't want these to be as tall as a sheet of A4. This one, for some reason, I'd printed a bit smaller anyway. So let's just cut those edges off. And I want to cut that edge off there, don't I? We don't want a white bit on. So we'll cut that off. Okay. And then I think what I was thinking was that I could glue that up to there and it would be like that. So again, it's going to be slightly bigger. And I'm having another thought as I'm talking to you. I just want to cut that straight because it's not quite straight. Sorry, folks. I'm just having another little thought as we're talking, and my other little thought is this could become a pocket. So if I was to just fold that over like so, like that. I could fold that up to there, to that crease line. I don't know if you can see that. Fold it to there. And then that can be a pocket just there, and I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. Let me see if I've got some scraps. I usually have. I've got a little scrap bag here. I just want to put something at the top there just to add a little bit of strength on there. So I'm going to put that on there. Actually, I'm just going to glue it all the way across. How's that? How's that for making a decision? And then that will just add that little bit extra strength there at the top of that. And then I need to put a notch in there, don't I? I've got a hole punch somewhere. I tidied everything away. I do quite like at the end of a project getting everything put away. I don't know why, because I only get them all out again. Okay, so that's going to go there. I like that. So already they're kind of turning out a little bit different to Rachel's, but then things always do, don't they? So I'm going to add glue there and across the bottom there. You could put a little gusset strip along here if you wanted to. I don't think it's necessary because it's got the gusset at the side here that I'm gluing now. So I think that will be nice to get a tag or something in. So that's glued across the bottom and up there, and it's a nice little pocket just there. Can you see that? Sorry, if I keep going off screen, just bear with me. But I'm hoping that this setup will work better for me than using my phone, only because I fell out with my phone. We're not speaking anymore. Okay, so that's there. I want to put a tab there, and I might like to put a pocket on there. Why don't we just use what we've got on our desk in front of us? And I think that's going to be a nice little pocket on there. Let's just cut that extra off. So using up some scraps. I didn't know this was the way this project was going to go. I was just going to make a few with you and see how it went, but this is how it's going and I'm quite liking it actually. So that will go on there. It's a little bit too big because obviously we don't want it to interfere down a bit, Carol. We don't want it to interfere with that, but that's going to be a pocket just there. Love it. I do tend to kind of keep all my scraps. I'm not going to keep that one. That can go in the bin. I'm going to shock myself and throw something out. Let's get this one stuck in. So this one isn't going to have a pull-out writing space. You might notice I didn't put one in because I'm thinking with a pocket just there, I could put a pad of paper or something there, and it's got a pocket just there. And it could go over a page, couldn't it? So if this was a journal page, it could go over it like that and be clipped on. It could be clipped at the top. I'm missing again, aren't I? It could be clipped at the top of the page as well. Or it could be clipped at the side of the page so that when you turn it over, you've got something on both sides. So there's lots of ways that you could use it. So I think mine are all just going to turn out different. I have got some whale tails, haven't I? Let's see if we've got one that might fit on here. Quite like that actually. Yep, I do. I like that. So that's going to go on there. So I think I've said before, if there's anybody in the UK that would like me to punch them some whale tails, do let me know. I'm more than happy to send some in an envelope to you. I was gifted this whale tail and I like to pay it forward if I can. And that's the best way that I can think to pay that forward. My friend Pam was my fairy godmother and sent that to me. And I use it all the time, absolutely all the time. I love it. I'm just going to clip, am I still in screen? I think so. Clip that corner, and then that's going to go like that. And I'm happy with that. I really like that. So that's two. I haven't done one that's turned out like Rachel's yet. I've also printed some papers, and these are from the Paper Cameo, and I think this is her latest autumn kit. I think definitely these two. I think this one is as well. It's either Antique Autumn or, oh gosh, I'll put it in the description below. But I thought these might make quite nice ones as well, so I think I'm going to give these a go. And I think the paper goes that way. So I think I'm going to fold it like in half. So this is a sheet of A4 again that I've just folded in half and glued together, and it gives it, this is just, it was 80 GSM paper, but I think when you glue them together, it obviously makes it a thicker weight. So I like that. I do like that. Okay. And then I've got some of Nicola's papers that I'd double-sided. Got all sorts. I've got labels and, oh, wouldn't that look nice in it? So I think I'm going to do this the way that Rachel did. I don't think that has an up and a down, does it? No. Get my scoreboard, because I don't want to fold. I don't want it to fold wonkily. So I'm going to put a crease. See, I'm thinking now. I am just going to. I'm going to put a crease there. Okay. I'm going to fold that over. Now I'm thinking that that would get glued on there, and then it would be a complete flip out. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me just get rid of this a minute. So I'm going to glue that on there, and that will be a complete flip out. Okay, so let's glue that first. Oopsie. So both sides of this I think you could write on. And I'm going to stick that on there. I might need to trim a bit off the height of it. So that can't, if I'm going to fold it kind of concertina style, so that it doesn't interfere with the actual fold. And then I'm going to fold it back on itself. And shall I stagger it? Or shall I do it the whole? Fold it down there. And I'm actually going to take a little bit off this one because I don't want it to stick out further than further than the edge of the, I don't know what to call it, booklet. Let's call it a booklet. And then that can go on there. That doesn't look straight, does it? Doesn't look straight, Carol. Who can fold a straight piece of paper? So that would close like that. Let me just trim a little bit off the top and off the bottom. These would be nice actually to put, you know, if you make a journal and send it off, to put it in as a little thank you, wouldn't it? So that's like that, and then that pulls out like so. Hopefully you can see that. So you've got all that writing space like that. But what I'm thinking is underneath that, I've got some of the little pockets. Obviously, I think they're going to be too big, but there's no reason why we couldn't use them. And that would go on that side, wouldn't it? All the pockets that I've got left are, I mean, I could put that up there like that, but it kind of doesn't look right like that. I kind of like it there. I think it stands out better down there. So I think that I will do that. I think that I will put it on that side. If I can figure out how to make a fold, that is. That one there. There. I've just backed it with some scrap paper that I had. Oh, that's pretty. I hope you can see that. I do like that. I like that very much. So that's going on there without a doubt. Let's put you on top. Oops, sorry, banging my head on the camera. I like that. I mean, you could stick that all the way down and then it would become a pocket at the top, wouldn't it? But I'd be worried somebody would pull it then, and then it would kind of completely come out. I've got some of the tags that I had left as well. Oh, they would actually fit in. So they would need backing. Put a couple of tags in there, I think, ready. And then that's almost ready for a new project, isn't it? For a different project. Oh, I'm just realising I've got these as well. I mean, that would look nice just there as decoration, wouldn't it? Or to be clipped in. I could paper clip that in, couldn't I? Or do you know what I'm thinking? It could actually go like so, and be a 2-3 flips. And so I think that's what I'm going to do with that. I am going to back these papers, so I'm just going to back them with tea dyed paper and make it so that they 1, 2, 3 flip up, and then I will pick one of these to go. I might need something with a bit more colour maybe in there. Oh, I like that one. So that's going to be like a waterfall. So that's what's going to happen there, folks. On there like that. And I'm just thinking it could have a little tuck there, couldn't it? That would work, wouldn't it? because this is from the same kit. I think this is the Antique Autumn, but I would have to check because I get a bit carried away sometimes and I forget what they are. Fold that there and fold that there. Let's have a look and see what we think. What do we think? So if I was to put that on there, but then if I wasn't going to use this in an autumn journal, if I don't put that on, I could use it, I'd have more options for journals to put it in, wouldn't I? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just seeing that I've got this paper here. That's the same as that. So I'm going to make that into a pocket. That is what I'm going to do there for sure. So I am going to fold that along. I'm going to fold that along there. Doesn't need to be a wide pocket, does it? I'm going to fold that there. I just thought it, as I saw this paper that was the same laid there, it just struck me that that's what I could do. I can fold it at the top and at the bottom. I don't want it to be quite the right size, quite as long, I mean, about the right size. What a nana. And I want to obviously fold it down the back because it's, oh, sorry folks. Now, instead of having it under my nose, it's kind of on my forehead, my camera, or my hubby's iPad. Oh, I do hope it works, otherwise this video, you won't see it, will you? And I'm still not sure if I'm on screen. Oh dear. It's very stressful, you know. It really is stressful at times. Okay, let's snip this. So I hope you give these a go. I'm really enjoying these, and as you can see, I'm thinking of all sorts of different ways you can use this. There are always options. You know, when somebody makes something, I'm quite a visual person. So if I like something that somebody's made, the first one that I make, apart from the one I did with the lady on, will probably be a very good likeness to the one that I've watched. And that's because I'm a visual learner. I learn by following what somebody's done. But then as soon as you've done that, you can crack on and do it for yourself, can't you? Can you see then? That's going to go on there as a pocket, like so. I might put a little notch so that we can see it's a pocket. Okay. Just thinking before I put my glue on, but I think I'm good to go with the old glue on there. I have seen some other people do these, and I think a lot of people's are turning out slightly differently. I try not to watch other people because I kind of see what other people do and like it, and then I forget my own ideas, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put that on there and on there. And what I've tried to do, I don't know if you can see, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, I've not put it right up to the edge because I wanted to try and match the bits a little bit. But that's given me a little pocket there. And in that pocket, we can put a tag, or these are journal pages that I've printed 4 to a page. And that might be quite nice to go in. It's too wide. I'm just hesitating as I did that because my little brain is going again. And I'm kind of thinking, let me just find something. I'm having a thought. Oh, I don't know how to pause on this. Oh gosh, I don't think I can. Right, okay, can't pause it. That's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? Grab what you've got then, Carol. Just grab what you've got, love. Oh, now that's a bit of a hitch to me, because I do like being able to pause the camera sometimes. You know, if I need to go and find something or do something. But I don't think that I can pause my iPad. I'm going to just glue this on here, and I might just have to explain what I'm going to do. Oh, don't use that, because I don't think I can fold this until it's dry, otherwise I'm going to mess it up completely. But I'll kind of explain to you what I'm going to do. And if you follow me on Instagram, I don't know how you link an Instagram page. I'm not doing very well at all. My blade's a bit not very sharp as well. Oh dear, let's just change the blade as well. Snap it off, and another one's there. It's because I'm trying to cut it whilst it's wet, which is never a good thing. There we go, that's got rid of that. But I can probably explain with another one. So as I'm hearing, I'm saying, oh, you know, have a look for me on Instagram, because I will show the completed things on Instagram. I don't know how I link Instagram. I have no idea. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to show you, I think I want to use this one with this lady, because I think she just looks beautiful. But I'm going to show you with a different lady. Not that I don't think, oh, although that looks, there you go, this is Autumn Dream, this one's from. And I might use this lady. So I'm going to fold this and just show you what my thought is. Yep. I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to trim the edges. Do you know, I can't fold straight today. I think I've cut it wonky actually, folk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that as a little tie. Oh, sorry. Make that as a little tie. So I'm going to put a grommet thing just there with some thread or ribbon or something in it. And it's going to wrap around and tie. I might even put one there as well. So I might put a grommet in both of those and then tie it here. Just here, look, where I'm wiggling my finger. So that then you can untie that. You've got some writing space there in that little booklet. You've got a little tag in there. And when you open it up, you've got a tag just there. You've got a writing space just there, and you're going to have a waterfall writing area just here. So I'm trying to think what my name is on Instagram. I think I never look at myself. I think it's carol.lawscreates on Instagram, and I will be putting pictures of these that I've done. So I really like that one. So I will finish that one off, I promise. And I will finish off the others as well that I've got, because I want to use these other things as well. So I've done 3. That's 3 that I've done. So I did that one. Oh gosh, sorry folks. I did that one already with Rachel's, and that one with Rachel's, and they're both different sizes. That's got a pocket and a pocket there. I'll get something made to go in those. This one then is with the Paper Cameo papers, and we've got a pocket there, we've got the pull out there, and we've got the waterfall just there. So I'm really pleased with how these 3 have turned out. Down a bit, Carol. And I will have a go at making some more, and I will put the finished images on my Instagram account, which is carol.lawscreates. So thank you so much for coming to join me. Sorry if it was a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I really do appreciate you watching me every single time. So take care, folks, and I will catch you later. Bye.